What's up, people? This is Ben, joined by Jamie C,
Hello.
Jenny,
Yes.
and Johnny,
Hello.
and this is Last Hit Point. Welcome to this brand new podcast that is in no way affiliated with any podcasts you've heard before. It's going to be a weekly. We're going to focus on video games, TV shows, movies. No one else want to
We
get
are
involved.
virgins.
Just me. Sound like a dick on my own. It's all good.
Yep. That's how we roll.
Tell you what, making it the very first of something does actually put a lot more pressure onto this now.
Yeah.
For me, it does as well. I'm like,
Well-
oh shit, I need to say something.
I think this was supposed to be a little bit more candid and a little bit raw because we tried to run to a script a bit much before, I think, maybe. And I don't know, we're just put on the spot a bit. We've done 69 podcasts
That's
Yeah.
why.
under the GSC banner,
Jeez.
right? And drunkenly in a pub, Ben says, "No, if we're doing Last Hit Point, I want all in, man. I want to be Last Hit Point." And so we kind of grew on that.
Burning black.
And it's it's been an opportunity, I guess, to go from scratch, to say that we learnt from 69 episodes of GSC. We still let Janny back in though, so I can't say we learnt much. But the truth is, we wanted something new anyway with Last Hit Point, and we wanted something more expansive. And under the banner of GSC Games, we kind of felt a bit limited, and also to have to have GSC when nobody even knew what the fuck that meant. Like,
It means nothing.
at least we know
That's
what.
the
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. Yeah, but at least we know what Last Hit Point means, right?
Yeah,
Meant nothing
totally.
to anyone else.
Well, it came down to if you search GSC games in YouTube or any search engine, we weren't anywhere near the top of what came up, right? But Last Hit Point, if you search that, we're the first thing that comes up. It's just it made sense. It made sense to just rebrand everything to that.
It
So
finally feels like it's something to call our own, even after all these years of doing GSC. GSC was a bit of a joke for us lot at the pub.
totally.
That just grew, and I think we're happy with it. But we just that rebranding kind of freshens us up, and
It
Yeah.
does. It also means the podcast will be going back on YouTube again.
yes,
Good times.
massive absence on there. You'll
It's
find.
been only about half a year that it hasn't been going up there or something. It's all good. It's all good. Anyway, to move on with all the brand new things that are going on and keeping it fresh and new, should we do what we've been playing / doing this week?
Yeah, that completely new, fresh segment.
That new
yeah.
segment that's never been done before. Who wants to go first? In the first ever episode.
Do you want to come to me? Because I've
Go on.
Yeah.
Go on, Jamie, you can go first.
Right.
The first episode. Love it.
let's do it. Yeah, Last Hit Point number 1. What do we know about Axiom Verge?
I knew
Great
that
soundtrack.
I knew that Johnny really wanted it, and then that is it.
Because this was something on Johnny's hype train for a long time, wasn't it, Johnny?
It
You were like,
was.
woo woo,
Yeah.
proper going for it, yeah. And you had a go at least, right?
Yeah, I've got it. Played
Right.
it.
No spoilers coming my way, but I will just tell you I've enjoyed that very much. First of all, I'd like to take my hat off to the gentleman Thomas Happ, who has single-handedly made this game. And when I say single-handedly, I mean everything.
Used two
Everything.
hands, but it was
But
just by
yeah,
himself.
yeah. Well, he might have been using one hand and might have had a different window open on his browser for the other one. But no, seriously, he literally has done this thing from start to finish on his own. Art, development, music, even the music. Yes,
Music's
everything.
very good.
And it is. That was going to be what I picked up on next. I think everybody's going to make comparisons to Metroid.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be the problem straight away. Everyone that I've seen online is calling it a rip-off of Metroid. Or the nicer term then is a homage to Metroid. And it definitely grows on an old formula.
It's definitely
We're
Metroid.
running out of ways to be original in this day and age, definitely. But when something can expand on it and not I don't even like to reference Metroid. I said this to somebody the other night. I went, you don't even have to think about Metroid, and then they just went, yeah. You know that game Castlevania? And I thought, oh shit, yeah, yeah, got a point, got a point. So it's true. There's so much, there's so many other games now, and it's very hard to be original. So, but there we go. It adds some nice touches, some little bits with drone, like a little drone character. So you've got something else to go with there. There's a lot of even teleportation and stuff like that you didn't really get in the Metroid series. So nice little extras, definitely.
Biggest thing is that the Axion disruptor, right? So it's like you sort of unglitch because part of the scenery is glitched all out, and that's a completely new thing that I've never seen before. I think.
Yeah, there are sections of the environment that will require that to unlock it later on, and again, it sticks with that whole you got to come back here later when you're.
And if you use it on a enemy, sometimes it'll change them slightly, and their attack patterns will change when you use that disruptor on enemies.
There's one enemy in the game. I'm glad you brought this up. There's one enemy where if you use the glitch disruptor on it. It turns into the exact shape of the missing number thing from Pokemon.
That's awesome.
Really?
Yeah, it's perfect. I'll go back in the game and find one of those enemies and then take a screenshot of it
Please
glitched
do.
out. But
that's really cool. Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, definitely. But I got my money's worth when it came out, and I saw I think like 16 quid. I thought, no, it's a bit higher than I was expecting. But I got for a game that maybe took me 4 or 5 hours on the first playthrough. I got my money's worth then, but then to see that they've added a really nice speed run feature as well.
Yeah.
So that as you defeat every boss, it will put the time within the game that you beat them up on the screen, and it will just keep you going. So the idea is to try and get it done in under an hour and a half. So that's quite a challenge there. I don't know if I'm challenge accept, but I'm definitely challenge curious. for the want of better words and bad grammar, but that's me. I think that's. I don't want to dwell too much on what I've been doing in this first podcast. We've got other stuff to do.
Okay. All right, cool. Who wants to go next? I'll leave it up to you. I should come up with an order for this. Janny, you can go next. What have you been up to, dude?
Okay. Well, apart from the usual of GTA and Bloodborne.
What do you mean the usual? This is the first time anyone's ever hearing this ever, man. What are you on about?
No. Between us. Oh yeah, you guys don't know. Yeah. So I just picked up Bloodborne. Oh my god. No, it's actually having finally got past Father Gascoigne. I stopped playing for a bit because my ankle was killing me, and I've finally started picking it up again. I was making progress until I.
Hold on. How is your ankle impeding your game, Jay?
Okay.
You play with your
I was kind of
feet.
just gonna gloss over that. Yeah,
Fucking threw the controller at his foot in anger.
I was gonna say, for those who don't
shit.
know, I had to trade in FIFA because I have a very slight anger issue when I lose at computer games, and Bloodborne brought that out in me again, and it was very painful.
It's the talent in you, Jenny.
So it was best for my health that I took a break, and anyway, Bloodborne's old news now. So one thing I was going to talk about is Daredevil, but Ben, you've watched more than I have, so I'm wondering if this is a good segue.
Well, we can talk about
seamless
it.
Transition.
Let's talk about Daredevil now. Then I'd have to speak about it later.
Right.
I watched the entire series already.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
You're one of those.
Let me say, Daredevil is the reason I resubscribed to Netflix. When it was announced that it was coming exclusively to that platform, I went out and redid my subscription. So I've been waiting for this for like half a year. And when it came out, I just marathoned it over the weekend and watched every single episode, and it was fantastic.
Is it fair to say? So, anyone who may not be familiar with it or hasn't watched TV in the past like 2 weeks, knows nothing about it. Is it fair to say that if you're a big fan of Arrow, you will like this? Because
it depends. It depends
yes
which part. It depends which part of Arrow you're talking about, right? If you're talking about the whole like vigilante crime fighting side of Arrow, then yes, you'll love it, right? Because that part of it is better than it is in Arrow in this show. But if you're talking about the feel of Arrow, because Arrow focuses a lot on relationships and stuff, man. There's a lot of that in that show, and that's partly because of the network that it's on. And I like it. I even like that about Arrow, but there's not really much of that in Daredevil at all.
Okay, just to clarify then, what I mean is more the hand-to-hand combat.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Like if you like that whole like I would say that Daredevil does it a hell of a lot better, though. Its choreography is definitely a lot stronger than it is in Arrow. Sometimes fights in Arrow, even though they do look cool, it does look like people dancing. Like it looks like a dance scene. It's very, very choreographed to the point where it looks like a dance scene. Whereas in Daredevil, it ends up being like a lot more gritty. Mainly for the fact that like the main character Matt just gets his ass kicked all the time. Half of the fight scenes are him getting battered. So and that gives it this feel of realism, man. I really like it. It's good.
Yeah, I can see myself when as soon as I get some more time, just sitting down and watching all of them. I'm only up to episode 2, so I'm really looking forward to the others. So Jamie, you need to get on that.
Well, I didn't really want to go too much into what I've been doing until I finish it next week. But the reason I haven't been able to start Daredevil is that we're currently watching Attack on Titan. But we've only 4 episodes left to go. I would like to give my thoughts on that show next week and maybe a full backup of Daredevil as well. I'm hoping to have both ready for next week.
Well, I can definitely go through Attack on Titan with you because I bought the Blu-ray of that and it's awesome.
No, I'm using Netflix again. Brilliant feature, but it's on there, so we've only got 4 episodes left of that. So I'm going to get that done tomorrow night and be ready for some Daredevil.
Awesome. Anything else, Jenny?
No. Wait. Oh no, yeah.
Whoa!
It's something that doesn't change. Yeah, I started watching Mad Men. Believe it or not, it's a series that has eluded me up to now. So,
did you watch it for Christina Hendricks?
Well, okay, I've got to get this off my chest because knowing they're fake, means that I don't really find her that attractive anymore. And they're pretty fucking fake. If you've seen her before and after photos, it's pretty crazy. Yeah.
I haven't, but I will now.
I'm not actually getting. Yeah, at the moment she hasn't actually played that big of a part. I mean, it's been 2 episodes. 2 episodes in as well. Okay. Yeah, it's one of those where it's sort of it's picking up. It's a bit of a slow burner at the beginning, but you can tell it's going to be awesome. I mean, there is 7 series of it at the moment on Sky. So yeah,
that is a massive difference. Did you see her? Have you seen Drive?
I haven't seen Drive.
I got it on Blu-ray, but
she's the ponytail chav in Drive as well. So check that.
Okay. I probably should watch that properly.
It's good.
Not because of her, because I've heard it's a good film.
Because it's fucking Ryan Gosling. There you go.
Ryan. She's fucking Ryan Gosling.
No, we all are. We all are with our minds.
I think he's fucking with us. Okay, but that's me done.
Cool,
and,
Johnny.
I've finished talking as well.
Whoa,
Johnny,
whoa.
Talk to me, Johnny.
Okay, all right. Well, Axiom Verge, but we've always spoken about that.
No, go on.
No.
I need your opinion on it.
It's good. I'm enjoying it. I haven't played too much, like I said, but it definitely is Metroid. But yeah, we've spoken about that before anyway. But yeah, it's good. It's good. Bloodborne. I think I'm near the end, right, Ben? I'm on the second to last boss.
Yeah.
So loving that still. Hopefully finish up this weekend, and I can give a. Are you diving into New Game Plus?
I've played New Game Plus up to just past Father Gascoigne, so I've done the first 2 bosses. It feels a lot like it did the first time round, which is weird. I guess because everything's that much stronger. That feels exactly like it did back at the beginning. It feels like I'm just starting a new game. I can't really notice that the difficulty is that much bigger.
I see.
That much bigger, that much higher, whatever. That you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But yeah, that's
okay.
I got that far, and then I lent it to somebody, so I'm not going to be playing any more New Game Plus for a while. I'm going to go back and beat Final Fantasy Type 0, I think, because otherwise that game's never going to get finished. That's my next
Type 0?
game. Yeah, man.
Okay. Are you still playing that then, or?
I haven't played it since Bloodborne came out.
I see. Okay. Is it worth getting? Well, no, I think I've already asked you this. You said you quite liked it. It's okay. Maybe I'll get it. Anyway. So yeah, apart from Bloodborne and Axiom Verge, I ranked up on Monster Hunter, still playing that, still good game. Sold 1 million copies now, right, in the West?
Yeah, that's a big deal,
Monster
man.
Hunter. Yeah, so well done, Monster Hunter. Fantastic game. Lots of free DLC as well. I don't know if you've got the new DLC update.
I haven't logged on to get it yet. What's in it?
Actually, like the Mario and Luigi stuff for your cats and some of the fun things. Some different
cool.
armor. And a lot of Uniqlo items.
Oh, okay.
And swords and
They got a
stuff.
partnership going on, have they? Are they doing
Yeah.
a Uniqlo line of clothing?
Maybe, I'm not too sure, but yeah, it's definitely in the game now, so it's pretty funny. But apart from that, not much gaming actually. I had a lot of stuff, a lot of work to do recently, but I'll have to squeeze something in. I know the game's coming out soon. It's a downloadable game. Shovel Knight, sorry, that's what it is. Shovel Knight. That's out soon.
You got Titan Souls and Shovel Knight still to come in the spring. The spring fever thing on the PlayStation, so that's 2 weeks back to back of some solid.
Both of
goodness.
those look really solid, so I think I'll probably pick both those up.
They've had some gameplay emerge now where you see the fight with Kratos, so that'll be
Nice. Apparently, it's quite hard to find in the game, but
we'll find
yeah,
it and we will kill it.
We will kill him.
We'll do it.
Do it. Yeah, and that's and a bit of Hearthstone, but that's about it for me.
All right. I've done quite a lot of stuff, so I'm going to try and fit it all into one thing. Yeah. You already spoke about Bloodborne and being right near the end, so I don't really have to talk about that. And you said that I'm on New Game Plus, so I don't have to talk about finishing it. I will say that this is probably, if I'm getting the story beats correct from what I'm reading in game and stuff, I'm fairly sure this is the darkest game that From's ever made, like in terms of theme and stuff. Ugh, some of it's quite grim, man. Left feeling a bit dirty at the end.
Really?
Yeah, I picked up Xenoblade Chronicles for the new 3DS. I played it before on the Wii, got like a little ways into it, but something about it I just couldn't really get on with. Maybe it's the first time.
Jump mechanic.
Well, there's that, but maybe it's the first time I'd heard that sort of bad English voice acting in a game, which now that I'm playing it again, it doesn't even sound that bad to me. So maybe I hadn't properly experienced bad English voice acting. Because I'm used to so many dubs just having American voices, that just sounds right to me when I'm playing a game. So the fact that they were English just immediately sounded wrong. But since then, since playing that on the Wii, I've played a few different games with English voice acting in. Now playing this again, the voice acting is not even that bad. So I think it's just like an adjustment thing.
Okay.
But I've put a ton of hours into that actually. I think I'm on 30 hours played or something. Like really far in, way further than I was on the Wii. Really enjoying it this time around. Thinking about like combat more tactically and stuff as well. So yeah, it's pretty nice.
Is it worth picking up then? 'Cause I haven't picked up yet.
Yes, I would say if you haven't played it before, yes, but it's kind of hard, man, because there's a lot of big open areas in this game that I'm not sure are just really that well suited to being on a handheld.
Really?
Yeah, which it sounds weird. It's not like the game stutters or anything. The frame rate's pretty solid throughout. But when something's got like big open areas, you want to see it on a big screen, so you can see off into the distance. I reckon, and this isn't me saying that like you should pirate it, but if you can find a copy to use with a Dolphin emulator on your PC, that might be the way to play it. This game, I definitely would recommend playing it. No. Dolphin emulator is great. You can buy the Wii copy of the game, put it in your PC, and run it off that. There you go. But don't pirate it. Wink, wink. But yeah, it's pretty good.
But pirate
it. Shit. What else have I been up to? I saw Big Hero 6. Good times.
You did? You enjoyed it?
I actually really did. Even though it was really predictable and everything, that was awesome. Shit, I'm rapidly running out of things to say.
Yeah, don't clutch at straws, man. Fuck off.
No, I know. I'm sure I've done other things. If I remember them, I'll talk about them next week. Let's talk about real stuff now.
Oh, abrupt.
Real stuff. Jamie,
Real stuff.
Have you got any real stuff? Because I ain't got any real stuff.
I've got some real stuff, right? It's kind of an awkward week. I think last week we were like, it's Easter, we're all fat and not needing to record this week, and there is no news. And then there was news. And so that news is genuinely quite old now. So I'm not too fussed about it. What I do want to talk about is developer Moon Studios. Do you know Moon Studios? No? They are responsible for... I thought you were going to say something then, Ben.
No, I'm going to say if you give me some sort of breadcrumb, it will probably click in my head, but they're not instantly recognised.
No, don't even worry about it. Just let me get on with it, yeah?
All right, yeah, you go with it.
Anyway, Moon Studios CEO Thomas Amala, in a statement to fans about recent success of Ori and the Blind Forest, right?
Oh, cool.
A couple of weeks back, you were asking me what I thought about it, and I hadn't really had enough time to talk about it or play it even. That'd be the word I'm looking for. So let me just talk about this statement first of all, and then I can maybe talk about playing it. But yeah, in a statement to fans, he's just said, they're really ecstatic to talk about the title Success, and that it had become profitable within the first week of being on sale as well. No official numbers to talk about, but I guess it's good. They're asking them about what they'll do with the IP and if they think they'll develop it any further. And he says that all the money that they had made is just going straight back into the studio and straight back into the project. So we could see Ori and the Blind Forest in the form of a sequel, or he's even gone on record here and said that it would be amazing if they could see a film studio pick up the rights. Now,
wow,
that's where I want to talk about my gameplay, because maybe had this been a movie, I would have been blown away. But as far as a game goes, I think it is the most overrated title released so far this year.
Ooh, shots fired. Ba, ba, ba.
All that shit. I think it actually stands to be one of the poorest games I've played in a very long time.
Serious?
Heavily disappointed. This game had the makings of a great, and I think it was shaping up to be one of these sort of like instant classics, as it were. But no, it looks nice. The soundtrack is amazing. You can't knock the soundtrack for the game, but the gameplay itself so poorly executed that I wanted to throw my control at Janny's ankle. It was that bad. Referencing the start of the podcast, but no, it was that bad. I've had to put it down halfway through. I'd say I've had people tell me they've loved it, and I don't get what you see in it. And I think maybe if they go back and play it now, they'll find they're bullshitting me. I think that's what they'll find. I think they'll go back and go, maybe I was letting the hype. And they said, don't believe the hype. And I did. And it's shit. And that's the problem. Like,
what do you think is the gameplay, man?
The gameplay is, just realistically then, it is just 2D, side-scroller, platformer. And again, you'll need to go back and do certain things to progress further down the way. There will be slight puzzle elements in the form of pushing a brick in the way of this laser while you go down this path, and just that sort of simple format. But then the real gameplay comes in the quick bouncing off of walls and jumping between enemies jumping between obstacles before you get splattered and insta-killed. Now, had the controller actually worked and it played well, then this might have been a different story. If the team that developed the Mario jumping mechanics off of walls and all of this had been involved, maybe this would be a completely different story. But there you go. I don't understand. I just want to put it out there now, because I think a couple of weeks back we talked about it, and now's the perfect time to really go on record and just say, you can really do one. I'm really disappointed in the game. But no, come back as a film product, come back in the cinemas with a great storyline and boobs, and I might be interested.
I'm genuinely, I'm really disappointed by that, because I'm not going to lie, that was the trailer that I was most excited for from Microsoft's E3 press conference last year. But that is the one that I was just like, wow, that is like something that I'm genuinely jealous that I'm not going to be able to play because I don't have an Xbox One. Like, it
just shows the power of like brand new IPs and people just getting overhyped for things that they think are quirky and new. And I succumb to that slightly in this case, and I slap myself out of it. I can't believe I've done it. I can't believe I spent money on that, and now I don't like it at all. I hate it.
That's all right. Everyone's spent money on shit before. Do you remember that survival horror downloadable game? I can't remember what it's called. It's like a child's name or a female name. It's like the name of the game.
Amy.
I bought Amy.
You bought Amy day one.
I was really excited for Amy day one, and it was like the shittest game, man. So don't worry about it, man. Everyone's done it. Shit
happens, man. Yeah. So keep an eye out for it, or don't. It's shit. That'll do.
Surprise.
Maybe I'm just disappointed. Moving on. Let's talk about penises and nipples.
Love it.
It's emerged then that some sexually suggestive content has been cut from the Japanese version of PS4 title, The Order 1886. It's been reported there is a scene in a brothel in the game, right? And you do see a little bit of nip, and then you see a little bit of a man's schlong.
That's all right, though, isn't it?
I know. Well, yeah, but let's just stop and think this is Japan for a minute, right?
It's because it's a prostitute and not a schoolgirl, man. That's why
exactly right. I was going to say, let's just take a moment to breathe in Japan. Gianni, when you think of Japan, what do you think of?
Oh dear. I don't think you want to know.
No, exactly, right? So this scene, just a slight glimpse of a man's pride. He's now wearing red pajama bottoms.
Was it?
And,
Is it erect?
No, it wasn't. No, because that wouldn't have been allowed over here.
Anywhere. Mm.
Yeah, you can't have erectile.
Dysfunction.
That's surprising because Japan's image of the body is fairly relaxed.
It
But
is.
this is the problem.
That's the nicest way someone's ever said that.
They'll go to hot springs with their family and stuff, and they'll be like other people there, and their general attitude seems to be quite relaxed.
Other Japanese
but
people they remember. These are gaijin in this video game.
That's true. They're probably a bit scared, to be honest.
They said, I'll do your deal. Sorry, I'll do your deal. If you release the game uncut, but you got to give me your daughter's underwear. There you go.
All right, yeah.
He said no deal. He said no deal.
No deal, Edmonds.
But right, so so this particular scene then in the brothel, the prostitute's face is zoomed in on so you can't see nip. But then there are other nude ladies in the game downstairs in the brothel, and they've just had their nipples removed.
Some kind of cruel torture.
That's the alternative, apparently.
So what? No,
I'm
so
not
they've
quite
just
sure.
got they've still got boobs, but just with no nipples on.
They've just had the
That's-
nipples removed.
That's par for the course though with anime. Anime characters don't have nipples.
Oh yeah.
They don't. They have mounds but no nipples. That's what anime boobs are. Yeah. Especially in anime that airs on TV, maybe they have nipples added in DVD releases. But if you ever watch Anime Weekly and they have topless scenes and stuff, they don't have nipples. It's one of them, man. It's one of them.
It's one of them.
It's just a Japanese
It's an
thing.
anime.
It's an anime, man.
It's an anime thing. I'm quite thrown now. I forgot what I was going to say about it then.
Game of Thrones.
There was something else. I'm not going to talk about Game of Thrones.
Oh.
Who wants to talk about that? Is anybody watching it?
I really want to talk about Game of Thrones, but last night, right? This is so fucking annoying. So Game of Thrones was on at 9:00 last night, and I'd just come off of a weekend. I worked over the weekend. I got a day job, right? Just saying, right? I worked over the weekend on about 3 hours sleep a night because I was staying up watching Daredevil every night. And then last night I was so knackered. I came in, put on Game of Thrones and fell asleep, and then woke up at 11:00 this morning. I slept I slept for 15 hours, right? But I missed Game of Thrones. What the fuck, man?
You're aware of the first 4 episodes being leaked online at the moment?
No,
right?
but I'm glad they have been because I need to go back and watch the first episode again, man.
Yeah. Would you jump ahead and watch all 4 of those, or would you wait?
Definitely not, because otherwise I'm going to watch all. Well, I'll watch all 4 this week, and then wait nearly a month to get a new episode? Nah, I'm alright.
Yeah,
I'll watch it
bullshank.
weekly.
It's bullshank. Nobody else watches it though, so
I'm on season 2.
no, you're not.
Oh.
I don't know
Or
why.
if you are, no.
It's one of the best shows on TV, man. I
Just
say
don't have any time
one
for
of now, because I feel like Flash might
The
be better
options.
than it. To me,
I can
Yes,
think
but
of a
is
lot
it-
of things.
Is it better than Daredevil?
no, probably not. Daredevil was fucking fantastic. I'm sure my rose-tinted Daredevil glasses will come off soon, and I'll see it for what it is. But right now, I'm thinking it's the best superhero show on TV by a country mile. So,
You're blind, man.
yeah. Oh,
Right.
sorry, I just completely cut you up.
Into
Where
the
were we?
Daredevil love. It's going to be
House
another
kitchen.
Ori in the Blind Forest.
Oh, God.
What else do we want to talk about? Do we want to talk about PewDiePie?
Go on.
Because if you put PewDiePie somewhere in the title, you might get an extra 5 hits or something. I don't know.
That's true.
There is that. Right. Anyway, I kind of get the feeling I might have known this was already coming, but not officially announced or whatever. But they have announced that his iOS and Android game is coming this summer.
Ooh.
2D side-scrolling platformer starring PewDiePie, his partner Cutie Pie, and their 2 dogs Edgar and Maya. They're going to include some of the other YouTubers, especially ones he would have worked with, like Cinnamon Toast Ken. Do you know that guy?
Yeah.
No idea.
There's the thing about that guy. I really like his voice, but his content's just a bit. I don't know. We'll see. People tend to watch him for his girlfriend, so go find Cinnamon Toast's girlfriend, and maybe you'll start watching Cinnamon Toast and his girlfriend's videos. But anyway, they're going to be. Yeah, it's going to be a 2D side scroller. They're going to get attacked by penguins, wolves, and assorted other threats, including falling ice blocks and the Illuminati.
Okay. Well, that sure is a
Right,
lot
okay.
of that sure is a lot of in-jokes and references to PewDiePie's videos there. Not that I watch them, wink wink.
No,
No, I've got no problem with PewDiePie, man. His stuff, it's easy to watch. It's just him being a dick and it's enjoyable. I can see why people like him. I don't see the hate. I'm sure the hate comes from people. I'm sure the hate comes from people that feel like they do the exact same thing as him, but just don't have the success that he has.
It's all down to luck.
It totally is.
We don't hate on him. I do enjoy his Photoshop videos.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure he used to study that, right? He was studying art or graphics or some shit.
That's like his
before
degree.
He went to YouTube, yeah. So
he has got a degree or something.
That's why his Photoshops.
All over my sofa.
That's why his Photoshops end up being absolutely fantastic.
It shoots, yeah.
Yeah, it shoots, man. They're good.
I don't fucking know anymore. But if it's like free with like paid optional content, I'll give it a little butchers. But I don't want to give him any more money at the moment. Jesus Christ,
He's rolling in it.
does enough of that, doesn't he?
It depends. If the game's good, why not, man? I'll try it out.
Hey, that's what I mean. Everything's worth a go, but not at a cost. I just expected him to have like an old Donkey Kong game, just jump in barrels. I thought that would have been it, literally, because of the fucking barrel reference in everything he does.
Is there?
I don't know.
I don't.
We're leaking that we're massive paedophile fans. Shut up, Jamie. Our credibility is going down the toilet.
Nearly said paedophile.
Pedophile?
You got to watch your pronunciation.
Pedophile.
Today is officially the release of Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat X.
Who's
Right?
picking it up?
I don't have it yet, but it is on my to buy list this week, man. Especially for this Saturday.
Well, that's it. We'll do a little bit of chatter in a minute about that. But just looking at the content, right? I've done a little bit of looking into this, and there's a lot of DLC from day one, and there's a lot of season pass type shit going on, and it seems to be a bit of a problem, right?
Right.
You got these optional purchases, as it were, and for an extra $30, you've got like the combat pack, which is the 4 additional characters: Predator, Jason Voorhees, Goro, and then the Blue Steel Sub-Zero character, right? So that's already $30,
Whoa.
right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure about availability separately for the first two, but the Goro is normally $5 or Blue Steel Sub-Zero is $2. There's also an option of unlocking all of the items in the crypt, which is going to be just like I guess it's going to be like when I play, say, like WWE 2K, whatever year. There's the fast access thing where you can just quickly unlock all of the belts and all of the unlockable characters, right?
Yeah, it's
So that's
we had the crypt in Mortal Kombat 9 as well. When you play through the game and win fights and stuff, you win points, and then you can take those points over to the crypt and dig up gravestones and stuff and unlock certain extras. Like you'll unlock fatalities, unlock characters, but you can also unlock stuff like concept art and like level music and stuff like that. I definitely wouldn't pay money to unlock it all, because that's some of your fucking progression gone out the window then.
Well, again, it's the same rules here. It happens in a lot of the EA games. Like Skate 3 had it. I think the latest Need for Speeds had it as well. You could just quickly access everything, or just it's all unlockable through progression through the game. The other thing that throws me with what you can buy is that they have the option to buy easier combination inputs for fatalities.
Well, that's fucking stupid for a start. What?
Yeah.
Who can't press 4 buttons? You're pressing 4, like it's always 4. Like it's like up, down, something, something at a certain range, and you do a fatality. That's the way it's always been. Like, do you really need to pay money to make it 1 or 2 button presses? Just learn how to do the fucking fatalities. That's what practice is there for. Jesus Christ.
So this is the thing, though. Like, if anybody's picking up the game, just have a look into this, and if you want to give me a comment basically on what sort of price range that is, I'm not too sure. But I've just seen that you can, because I'm not going to play it, by the way. I can see you can get these easy fatalities, and you can buy them separately or as bundles and so on as well. But I mean, I don't understand. You're right. Like, you're supposed to learn the game, and you're supposed to know combos. And from the sounds of things, you're telling me it's not that many buttons anyway.
No, not at all.
Dealio?
It's perfectly manageable. Like, learning fatalities is super easy. If you even know the basics of how to play a fighting game, you can do fatalities. And if you can't do fatalities, go and spend half an hour in the training room, and you will be able to do fatalities. Like, it's not hard at all. Don't pay the money to make it easier. Just do it as is.
Let's do it, man.
It's a bit ridiculous. Jesus Christ, doing a Capcom.
Would anybody else? Obviously, when Ben starts talking, we'll get into what we're going to be doing this weekend. But would anybody else have picked it up anyway?
No. Street Fighter 5, man.
Next year, yeah.
There's room enough for both, man. I've never.
Not in my world.
I can't get
Not my
behind
show.
people who are just like, well, this game's going to be better, so why would I play this? Like,
No.
both
See,
can exist, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's better. I'm just saying, it's
No,
more
no.
my style.
Street Fighter is better. It is a better
Oh.
game series. Don't
Oh,
get me wrong. Like,
okay.
as a competitive fighting game, Street Fighter is fucking top tier, man. Mortal Kombat is more like a fun fighting game to me. I've never got into the more like over the top combos and stuff that you can do in Mortal Kombat, and I know they exist, like ridiculous juggles and things like that you can do. I just play it for fun, man, because people kick the ever loving shit out of each other and like pull people apart and stuff.
I do like their story, their story modes. They're really well done. The last one was pretty fun.
Oh yeah, dude, Mortal
It's
Kombat
like a
9,
movie, and then you just take over for the obviously the fight scenes.
easily the
Really
best
good.
story mode I ever played in a fighting game. I'm hoping it's
Yeah.
going to be the same in this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, it definitely is.
Awesome.
We'll see. Johnny's just outright ignoring us. Then he's playing Bloodborne.
He's thrown up.
What are you on about?
He's
I
straight
asked,
up.
I asked you. Are you buying it, Johnny?
I'm what? No, I'm not. It's not my type of game.
No, anything that'll make you throw the control at your foot.
Yeah.
We don't want it. But right, okay. Well, that's it in terms of news this week. I think Ben. Then, if you do you want to explain what's happening this weekend?
Get to hype out our Saturday event thing. Hopefully you're listening to this before Saturday. I haven't looked at the date. 18th, I think it is.
18th, yeah.
Saturday
Of April.
18th of April from 7 p.m. until 11 p.m. What's our time? London time. Much
GMT.
random. GMT, that's it.
Okay, time.
Yeah.
So 7 p.m. till 11 p.m. GMT, we are going to be hanging out and playing some Cards Against Humanity and playing some contender-based Mortal Kombat games online, and we're going to be streaming it all on YouNow. So YouNow, we are last HP, I believe, on YouNow.
Yeah, you'll get /last_HP to find us, or if you just use the search bar, it's there, ready to go and ready to be fanned.
So we're just going to be wasting time answering questions and having a laugh with hopefully anyone who wants to come and watch. Like I said, if you're picking up Mortal Kombat as well and you fancy whooping my ass, I'll be taking some matches on there, playing some Cards Against Humanity, and just all around having a laugh as we normally do when we meet up.
Having a good time.
It's going to be good. What we'll do with the Mortal Kombat, it will be PS4 for the record, if anybody's buying it on Xbox One.
Yeah.
Yeah. What we'll do is we'll use the Twitch feed as well. So we'll put that up in the link when we're streaming so that you can go straight to it. So even if you're not playing, you could at least have one screen on Mortal Kombat and find out why Ben's crying.
Yeah.
Or whatever's happening. But yeah, just jump in the YouNow chat or find us on Twitter, and then we'll accept the challenge. I'll have to bloody friend request people, won't I? But
That's fine. It's all part of the community fun, man. It's all part
of it, man. It would be quite nice, wouldn't it?
Sweet. Yeah. Well, I hope anyone listening can stop by and just take a look at what's going on. Can see our ugly mugs and Janny and Johnny's lovely mugs on screen. It'll be great.
Sounds very lovely.
Does sound lovely.
I think that's it.
I think that is it.
Nice.
We haven't got an ending yet for this new podcast. I mean, this
Johnny,
original
end it.
podcast.
Look at Johnny to
Johnny.
end it.
Johnny, how do we end it?
How do we end it? Bye.
Done.
We just said bye. No, if you want to get in contact with us, you can email us at. No, you can't email us anymore because it's a different email address. This is going amazingly well.
Would you like an email address in case anybody wants to get hold of us?
We should probably have an email address if anyone wants to get hold of us. Do it.
Would you like lhpoxford@gmail.com? That'll do for now.
lhpoxford@gmail.com. Fire us some emails if you want. It's kind of old-fashioned now. You can leave comments on this video on YouTube. You can also leave comments on Podbean. I've never seen one on there before, so if you want to leave one, that'd be amazing. We are on Facebook at LastHP, /LastHP. If I say at, you'll get confused with Twitter, which we're also on at LastHP. Our individual Twitter tags will be down in the description of wherever you're watching or listening to this from. And we will see everyone next week.
Apparently.
Next week.
Apparently.
Here.
Yes, bye.
No,
Bye!
Saturday.
But
You're
yeah,
gonna make
what
me
else are we
cut
gonna
back
talk
and go.
about?
No,
Two
you got
weeks
to cut
ago.
now. You got to cut now.
Oh god,
You got to cut now, Ben. It doesn't work.
this is a cock.
Conversational podcast, man. We can do it.
No, no, I refuse. You've done it wrong.
All right, I've done it wrong. It's still going at the end.